This is the most important car Mazda makes. Their biggest seller, the one that keeps the lights on. So when it comes time for an all-new one, they can't afford to get it wrong. And with this third generation CX-5, Mazda's taken a real gamble. They've gone almost fully touchscreen, and they've launched it without a hybrid. So has the bet paid off? Mostly. Let me show you. This is the 2026 Mazda CX-5, and if you're weighing one up, stick around because this one's closer to great than you'd think. And if these reviews are useful to you, hit subscribe. It genuinely helps us keep making them. Let's start with the money. The range kicks off at $39,990 for the Pure before on-road costs. Then the Evolve, Touring, GTSP up to the Akira at $54,990. 5 grades. And here's the clever bit. All-wheel drive is standard on every single one. That's rare down the centre of the class, and it does a lot to justify the small price bump over the old car. We drove the Touring at $47,490. Powered driver's seat, heated wheel, power tailgate, the lot. Lovely thing to live with. But for most families, the Evolve is the value sweet spot. It adds the gear you actually use every day without the bigger leap in price. And remember, we've got full drive-away pricing for every grade at thebeat.com.au. On styling, Mazda's played the long game. It's clearly a CX-5, just stretched and sharpened. At 4,690mm long, it's one of the bigger cars in the medium SUV class, and it looks it. Slim LED headlights, a full-width lower intake, and Mazda spout out across the tailgate. Pure and Evolve get 17-inch wheels, Touring moves up to 19s. Handsome, not shouty. That suits the brand. Inside is where the new car makes its case. Climb in and the confidence hits you straight away. Cleaner dash, materials a clear class above the price, and a calm, almost upmarket mood the old car never quite had. The screen's a 12.9-inch unit as standard, a big 15.6 in the Akira, and it's the best infotainment Mazda's ever fitted. Quick, crisp, sensibly laid out. But here's the catch. Mazda's gone almost fully touchscreen. The old rotary dial? Gone. Nearly everything routes through the display now. The menus are tidy and a row of climate shortcuts stays put, but if you love the simple buttons in the old car, give yourself a week to adjust. And practically, they've finally fixed the big one, rear seat space. The longer wheelbase frees up real legroom and headroom in the back, and the wider doors make wrangling a child seat far less of a workout. The boot's grown up too, to around 500 litres with a handy 40-20-40 split. Not the class champion, but no longer a reason to walk away. Now the good news for anyone who's ever enjoyed a Mazda, it still drives like one. Pointed at a decent road, and the CX-5 wakes up in a way barely any family SUV bothers to. Sharp steering, barely any body roll, a tidy, eager balance through the corners that makes the daily grind feel like less of a chore. With all-wheel drive standard, there's proper grip, and the ride's more compliant than before without going soft. Even on the Touring's 19-inch wheels, it stayed quiet and composed over rough suburban roads. The one weak spot? The engine. The 2.5-litre petrol makes 132 kilowatts and 242 newton meters on regular unleaded, 138 kilowatts and 257 newton meters if you feed it 95. It's smooth around town, but ask for a decisive overtake with the family on board and you'll notice the chassis has more talent than the engine can feed it. You'll catch yourself wishing it was a hybrid. Which brings us to the toughest chat, fuel. Mazda claims 7.4 litres per 100 kilometres. In the real world, mixed driving, we saw closer to 8 to 9. Fine for a petrol all-wheel drive SUV this size, but well behind the hybrids it's fighting, and that's exactly the gap a hybrid would close. And you're waiting a while. There's no hybrid until 2027, maybe 2028. The bright spot is servicing. Cap price, 12 months, 15,000 K intervals, and it actually undercuts the old model. 5 years of servicing comes to $2,201, around $440 a year. For a mid-size all-wheel drive SUV, that's genuinely keen. Warranty's the usual 5 years unlimited kilometres plus 5 years roadside. Perfectly respectable. But with the Korean and Chinese brands now offering 7, Mazda's sitting in the solid middle, not out in front. Safety is strong. The new CX-5 scored a local ANCAP score of 5 stars. And the kit's comprehensive right across the range. Auto emergency braking front and rear, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise parking sensors. Climb the grades and you'll add a 360-degree camera and adaptive headlights. Enough to reassure any family buyer. So who's it up against? The Toyota RAV4 is the benchmark and the efficiency king. Hybrid across the board. It'll sip far less fuel, but the CX-5's a better drive and feels a notch more premium inside. The Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage hybrids are the value plays, roomy and well warranted, though neither's as polished behind the wheel. The Nissan X-Trail e-Power is the clever tech pick, smooth and quiet, but pricier and less fun when the road turns interesting. And the Honda CR-V hybrid is the refined all-rounder, easy to live with, just short of the CX-5's sense of occasion. So the scores. Value, 4 out of 5. Standard all-wheel drive and sharp pricing, but there's no hybrid at this money. Tech, 4. The best screen Mazda's ever done, even if nearly everything now lives in it. Comfort, 4. Quiet, refined, a real step up. Practicality, 4. Proper backseat room at last, boot still not class leading. Driving, 4. The most fun steer in the class, held back only by the engine. And safety, 5. A 5-star ANCAP and full kit as standard, which lands the 2026 Mazda CX-5 at an 8 out of 10. It's the score of a car that came within a whisker of a 9. Everything Mazda actually controlled, they nailed. The way it drives, the cabin, the value, the only thing missing is the one thing they haven't built yet. Because that's the story here. Mazda's come tantalisingly close to the perfect family SUV. Only the missing hybrid keeps it off the top step. But close in this case is still the best CX-5 Mazda has ever made. And that's saying something. And if the CX-5's on your list, head to thebeat.com.au and we'll find you a deal on one. Links in the description. And if this helped, subscribe for more reviews. We'll see you in the next one.